Hey, what's going on, guys? Hunter here, and welcome back to my channel if you are a returning subscriber. And if you guys are new, what I do is I make fragrance related type of content such as unboxings, first impressions, reviews, weekly fragrance rotations, and things like that. And if any of that stuff interests you at all, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. But in today's video, guys, it is Sunday, which of course means another weekly fragrance rotation video. So I'm very excited to share with you guys what I have been wearing throughout the week. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. All right, guys, so starting the week off on Sunday, as we always do, of course. On Sunday here in Ohio is actually the warmest day it has been in a very long time. So on Sunday, what me and my girlfriend did, we actually went out to like an outdoor mall, kind of shopped around, and then later on we got something to eat on a patio, which was very enjoyable. But the fragrance I actually pulled out for that, since it was like in the mid to high 80s, I believe, was actually none other than John Varvatos Artisan Pure, guys. Wow, when I tell you guys, this is just so citrusy and so fresh. Just absolutely perfect for a warm summer or spring day, depending on. But yeah, I haven't really got to wear this that much. I've talked about it before, but I purchased this like the end of, I believe, fall. So I didn't really get to wear it. So I was excited to actually finally pull this out. And it was none other perfect day than on Sunday when we were out walking around and stuff. And surprisingly, I went with 5 sprays. I did not get any compliments, unfortunately, but this thing actually performed pretty well. I know I did hear a lot of stuff how this thing does not perform at all. Kind of just spray it on, it lasts like 30 minutes to an hour. But I mean, that wasn't the case. I was getting like whiffs of it around me while I was eating and stuff out on the patio. And that was hours in, guys. So, I mean, this performed pretty well on me. And yeah, that's what I actually pulled out on Sunday for a hot spring day, was John Varvatos Artisan Pure. Let's go on over to Monday now. All right, guys, so on Monday, I was actually at work all day. Pretty much that's all I did throughout the day. And I actually wanted to kind of pull out like a powerhouse out of my fragrances. And I believe it was a warm day as well. I think it was actually warmer on Monday than on Sunday, but I was pretty much indoors all day, like in the air conditioning and stuff. But a fragrance I actually pulled out was Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum. Wow, guys, now this is just a fantastic fragrance to work out in the spring and summer as well. Got like a phenomenal apple note in the top, which I pick up a lot on. And this thing is just a beast of a performer, guys. If you guys watch my videos in the past, I have talked about this many times. I did not get any compliments on this, unfortunately, but I did go with 5 sprays as well. Now, I'm not really expecting any comments anymore, to be honest with you, since everybody is wearing masks. And I mean, pretty much no one's commenting at all, to be honest with you. But that's what I put out on Monday for work, is a Yves Saint Laurent Y. Pretty much cannot go wrong with this fragrance here, guys. All right, so on Tuesday, I was also at work all day for a 10-hour shift. And I actually pulled out a fragrance that is probably my first time actually getting a full wearing out of it, since I did purchase this in the fall. And I haven't really got to wear it yet, so because it has been very cold. Now, the fragrance I actually pulled out, I believe it was also 80-some degrees on Tuesday, but I pulled out Jimmy Choo Man Ice, guys. Now, let me tell you right now, this fragrance is probably my favorite fragrance out of my collection for like summer and spring, guys. This just smells kind of like frozen lemonade, and I don't know what it is about it, guys, but this is just so good smelling, even from the cap. Now, this does get compared to Christian Dior's Homme cologne. I have not actually got my nose on it, or at least I don't really remember it, but people say it's kind of comparable to that, but does not last as long. Now, here's the kicker, guys. I did not, to begin with, I did not get any comments on this either, but I did go with 5 sprays. I think I actually went with 5 sprays throughout the week, which if you guys watch my other weekly fragrance rotations, that's a little bit more than I usually go. I usually go like 3, but I went with 5 this whole week here, guys. Now, actually from this fragrance, since I did 5 sprays and I was at work, I was blown away. Now, I kept smelling this throughout the whole work shift, guys, pretty much 10 hours in. It was actually shocking because it actually pretty much outperformed Yves Saint Laurent's Y, at least from longevity standards. This thing's a projection beast. I don't think this thing projects the same, but for some reason, guys, this thing lasted on me for a long time. I even had to put my nose up to the fragrance. I didn't even spray it on my arms. I actually just sprayed my neck, and it was just pretty much giving me a nice scent bubble for hours, guys. So you definitely have to get your nose on this or purchase this for spring and summer. You can get this fairly cheap, I believe, on like the gray market. So definitely check out Choo Man Ice, guys. You will not be disappointed at all by this. All right, guys, so for Wednesday, I was actually pretty much at home and did not work on that day. And on Wednesday, all I pretty much did was actually go out for like a walk around the park with my girlfriend since it was a beautiful day. Kind of want to get a little bit of tan, even though I don't think I really did, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a beautiful day on Wednesday. We went for a walk in the park, try to get a little bit of sun and fresh air. But the fragrance I actually pulled out for this occasion is actually Acqua di Parma's Colonia, guys, the original Colonia. Now, this fragrance, every time I wear this, guys, it's just so phenomenal. This is just class and sophistication in a bottle, to be honest with you. This is pretty much it's a barbershop kind of fragrance. It has like lavender and stuff, but it's just so good. Now, I did go with also 5 sprays. Like I said, I did not get any compliments from this. I don't think my girlfriend complimented this fragrance, but I did go 5 sprays, and for some reason, for this being an eau de cologne, guys, this thing performs so good. Like better than it should for being an EDC, to be honest. This thing leaves a phenomenal scent trail behind you when you walk, especially if you spray the back of your neck. It's just so good, guys. I did just recently purchase this, so I haven't really worn it that much, since this is more of a spring and summer kind of fragrance. So I thought it would have been a perfect day to pull it out and give it a good wearing, and I was not disappointed at all for wearing this on Wednesday, guys. But yeah, that's what I pulled out for that day. Let's go on over to Thursday now. Okay, so for Thursday, I was back at work all day. And actually, after work, I actually went out to dinner with my mom. That's pretty much all I did on Thursday. But the fragrance I pulled out for that day, it was also a warmer day, I believe. I think it was like in the 80s also. But I actually pulled out, you guys all know it, it's Armaf's Cologne de Nuit Intense Man, guys. I mean, honestly, there's not really much to say more about this. Everybody pretty much knows about this, guys. It is, of course, an aventus cologne. And I mean, it is a phenomenal aventus cologne, to be honest with you. I do have other fragrances that sort of got a aventus kind of similarity to them, but this one just blows all those out of the water if you're looking for a true aventus cologne, guys. This thing, it also just performs beastly. This is a 2019 batch, I believe a December 2019 batch. And on my skin, guys, this thing just is a beast of a performer. This pretty much will get you through an entire work day and even beyond that. Now, I did not get any compliments. I did also go with 5 sprays of this fragrance. But yeah, that's what I pretty much pulled out just to go to work and go out to dinner like in the evening. We did sit on the patio as well, since it was nice. Trying to sit on the patio as much as possible, of course, since I haven't been on the patio in a long time. It is just enjoyable to soak up that sun, since it has been very cold here in Ohio. But this week it has been pretty warm. But yeah, that's what I pulled out for Thursday is Armaf's Cologne de Nuit Intense Man. Okay, so for Friday, I was also at work all day. And that's pretty much all I did. After work, just kind of came home and just relaxed. It was a long day and pretty exhausted. But the fragrance I pulled out for this, it was also pretty warm, is actually a very new fragrance in my collection. I recently just got. My mom actually bought it for me since she's a fan of this house. And the fragrance I'm speaking about is Burberry For Men, guys. And surprisingly, you do not hear a lot about this fragrance at all. You usually hear about like Burberry Tuds, Burberry Brit, Mr. Burberry, and things like that. But Burberry For Men, guys, this was released in 1995. So it is pretty much a classic fragrance, guys. And when I smell this, it has like an opening of like mint, but it is very fresh as well. It has like amber in the dry down. And this is a phenomenal fragrance as well, guys. Like when I picture cologne in my head, this smells just like it. It just smells like a man, like masculine, like that 90s kind of masculine vibe. Kind of reminds me of the 90s as well, even though I was born like in the middle of the 90s. But yeah, this is just a fantastic fragrance. I think this is pretty versatile as well. You can pretty much wear it all year round, spring, summer, winter, fall. Since the opening is pretty minty, which works out in the spring and summer. Nice little mint going on. But I mean, the dry down is pretty dark with the amber and stuff, so this does work for a evening. I would say wear this during the evening, not pretty much during the day, and probably work out better in the evening of any season. But yeah, this is a fantastic fragrance, guys. I probably will do a review on this. There's not many people that talk about it or any videos on it, but definitely if you can, get your nose on Burberry For Men. That's all it is, Burberry For Men, guys. Check this one out. And I also, real quick, before I go, I did do 5 sprays, and I actually did get a compliment as well from my girlfriend. She was telling me how good it smells, and yeah, guys, it just smells fantastic. So yeah, that's what I put out, Burberry For Men. All right, so for the last day, Saturday, guys. Now on Saturday, I also did pretty much kind of enjoy the outside, even though it wasn't that warm. I did just go for a walk in the park. I believe it was in like in the high 60s, if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't the warmest of the days, but the fragrance actually pulled out just to pretty much chill out at home and be outside for a little bit was Mancera's Cedrat Boisé, guys. Now, I cannot speak enough about this fragrance, guys. This is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. You cannot go wrong with Cedrat Boisé. It has a fantastic natural, guys. And when I say natural, I mean natural smelling, like fruity notes in it. It also has like lemon in it as well. People compare this one to Aventus. Also, I don't get the Aventus vibe pretty much at all. Maybe like 5 to 10% similar to Aventus. I think that's from the black currant in it. And people think it has pineapple. It might have pineapple, but it does have a bunch of fruity notes in the top notes that you do pick up on. But yeah, this is just a phenomenal fragrance, guys. And this thing performs fantastic on my skin also. I did go with 5 sprays. I did get a comment from my girlfriend. She said, whatever you're wearing right now smells amazing, guys. So she loves Cedrat Boisé, so do I. This is a definitely must-have in my collection at least. And if any of you guys are looking to start off in like a niche kind of, the niche kind of world, definitely get your nose on this one. I think this is like a perfect beginning niche fragrance. You can find this discounted at a pretty reasonable price, I would say, for what you get for 120 ml juice here. So definitely check this one out if you guys have not already. All right, guys, so that's pretty much going to wrap up my weekly fragrance rotation video. If you guys have any questions regarding any of these fragrances that I put out during the week, let me know down below. And also let me know down below what fragrances you guys have been wearing throughout the week. I'm very curious. But yeah, if you liked the video, give it a big like. Subscribe if you guys have not. And I'll see all you guys in the next fragrance video. Take care, everybody.